So this is just a brief review of what we did last week. I'm going to show you how to put your CGs on Premiere Pro and also how to export in the proper format. So first things first, you want to save your movie once you're done using iMovie, I believe, for most of you. You're going to save your movie. Leslie saved hers as Cattown Cafe. It is an MP4. You want to put that on a flash drive and take it to the computer lab, transfer it from your flash drive to the computer in the computer lab, and just throw it on the desktop so that it's easier to retrieve later. Then you want to open Premiere, and once it opens, you are going to select New Project. There is another screen that pops up right after New Project once you hit Enter, but you basically just want to enter through until the operational panel pops up. So again, we're going to hit New Project, and this is the screen I'm talking about. You want to go ahead and give your movie a title. We're going to call this Tutorial 1, and we're going to hit OK. You don't have to worry about the rest. Once this operational panel shows up, you're good to go. What you want to do, you'll see here that this is your timeline. There's currently no media here yet. So what we want to do is hit File, Import, and then you want to look for your movie. So Cattown Cafe MP4 is what we're looking for. You select that and hit Import. It's going to import your file, and your file is going to pop up right here on the left hand side, which is your library. You're going to click on your library, click on your file, and drag it over to the timeline, and then let it go. Here you'll see that new layers appear. You have Video 1, Video 2, and Video 3. A is Audio 1, Audio 2, and Audio 3. This cursor here, if you drag it, it'll take you all the way through your movie. So what we want is to locate the gentleman who's talking and leave the cursor right there. Then what we want to do is hit File, Import, and after you've downloaded the template from iLearn for the CGs, you're going to want to do the same thing that you did to get your file on here. So for me, I'm looking in my downloads and I'm looking for lower thirds alpha. This is the template we're talking about. You click Import and it'll pop up in your library again. You click it, drag it over, and put it right where we have our cursor. So this should appear. The template should appear right above the gentleman who's talking. Next, we want to put in our titles. We go to Title, New Title, Default Still. This is where you want to put in the name of your title. That way you can identify it when it pops up in your library. So I usually just like to name it after the person who's speaking. In this case, it's Adam Myatt. OK. Then this window will pop up, and here is where you can put your titles in. Using the Type tool, you click right where you want the text. We put in Adam Myatt's name, and we want to make sure that we're using the right font type and size. So we agreed upon was 70. Here you click to change it to Arial. Here you click to change it to bold. Arial, bold, and 70. We want to then use the selection tool to move it anywhere you want. Then what we want to do is click the Type tool again and do the bottom line. We'll put Cafe Owner. Again, we want to make sure that we have the right font size. For the bottom line, we're using 50. Arial, bold, and 50. The only thing that I did wrong here is that all of these letters should be capital, but for the sake of this tutorial I'm not doing that. Then you want to just close this window, and here you are on the left hand side, Adam Myatt. This is your title. Click on this title, drag it over, and place it on the third layer above the second layer, which was our template. So now you have your letters within the template. Again, you want to adjust them so that they're within these two lines and not encroaching on each other. And this is how it should appear. Once your CGs are in place, once you have your CGs for everyone talking and your location CGs, you want to go ahead and export the movie. You are going to click File, Export, Media. So again, that was File, you go down to Export, and then Media. Then this export settings window will show up. Once this export settings window shows up, you can enter in the agreed upon format. So what I look for is format is QuickTime. Then here under preset, I change that to 1080i 29.97. Then I make sure that it has the right output name, Cattown Cafe, and that it says .mov at the end. It may still say MP4 because that's what originally it was, but as long as it ends in .mov, you're on the right path. So QuickTime, 1080i, 29.97, and .mov. You then go down to video codec, and you want to change this to Apple ProRes 422. You'll notice that this preset changed to custom. That's okay. But as a standard of making sure that it's all coming out correctly, I always make sure that this says QuickTime. I change this to 1080i 29.97. This says .mov. And then the last thing I do is change this to Apple ProRes 422. Then you hit export. Once you hit export, your movie will save onto your drive for the computer in the lab. You want to locate your movie, and it should be cattowncafé.mov. That's pretty much it, but just to show you one last time, File, Export, Media, QuickTime, 1080i 29.97, cattowncafé.mov, Apple ProRes 422. Export. And that's pretty much it.